Welcome everyone to the live broadcast of the 2016 SIF Draft from the players from the 21st College Football Bowl Collegiate All-Star Game. This draft will consist of 3 rounds of territorial picks by each team. The territorial pick must be within 3 hours of the home team. Following that will be 7 rounds where each franchise will be having open selections of players remaining from the rosters. This draft provides a quality pool of talent of graduating seniors for rosters for the Supreme Indoor Football League. The territorial selection and regular picks come from a pool of 95 players who participated in the 2016 USA College Football Bowl on January 16, 2016 in Savannah, Georgia. For more information on the USA College Bowl, you can go to usacollegefootballbowl.com. Now, let's get on with the draft. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 2016 Supreme Indoor Football Draft, coming to you from Fayetteville, North Carolina, home of the Supreme Indoor Football League. My name is Bill McMillan, and I'll be your host this afternoon for this 10-round expansion draft to include the Cape Fear Heroes, the Buffalo Lightning, the ASI Panthers, and the Kentucky Knights. This will be a 10-round draft, including 3 territorial drafts and 7 at-large drafts. These will be drafts of the USA College Football All-Americans. A designated representative from each franchise will be allowed 3 minutes to make their selection. The draft provides a quality pool of players from the best graduating seniors for the rosters to create a positive media impact for these teams and communities. Up first for the 2016 Supreme Indoor Football Draft will be the Buffalo Lightning. The Buffalo Lightning is based in Buffalo, New York, owned by Bob Gunther. Just been handed the card. The Buffalo Lightning, with the first pick of the Supreme Indoor Football Draft, choose from Cornell University, Rush Imhotep, I-M-H-U-T-E-P, defensive back from Cornell University. Next on the clock will be Western Pennsylvania. They will have 3 minutes to make their selection beginning now. Rush is from Brooklyn, New York. He was a team captain this year. He had 37 tackles, 27 for solo, 4 pass breakups, and 1 interception. In 2014, he was a USA College Football FCS preseason All-American. He is 6'1", weighs 207 pounds. Rush Imhotep. He was elected team captain this season. He opened the season with 3 tackles against Bucknell, as well as his 3rd career interception. He had 8 tackles against Bucknell and Lehigh, and he was named the Ivy League Defensive Player of the Week after posting 7 stops with a tackle for a loss, an interception, and 2 fumble recoveries in a monster game against Ivy champ Harvard. The first pick for the Buffalo Lightning was Rush Imhotep. Next on the clock is Western Pennsylvania. With the second pick, With the second pick of the 2016 Supreme Indoor Football Draft, Western Pennsylvania chooses from Lock Haven University, Luke Erdman. Luke Erdman from Lock Haven University of Pennsylvania. Luke is 5'10", weighs 273 pounds. He was a 2015 USA College Football Earl Dotson's D2 Offensive Lineman of the Year. Next on the clock is the ASI Panthers from Reading, Pennsylvania, owned by Bill Mathis. Luke Erdman was the USA College Football Division II All-American. He was the USA Football Gene Upshaw Offensive Lineman of the Year nominee. From Shamokin, Pennsylvania, Luke Erdman was the second pick of the SIFL draft. Next on the clock are the AIS Panthers. With the third pick of the Supreme Indoor Football Draft, the ASI Panthers choose Jamal Hayden, defensive end from Albright College of Pennsylvania. See, an Admiral or a... That's what I need you to put on there for me. Jamal Hayden, defensive end from Albright College. Next on the clock will be the Kentucky Knights. Jamal Hayden from Albright College, originally from Hyattsville, Maryland, 6 foot, 228 pounds. He's a 2015 USA College Football Division III All-American. He had 71 tackles, 43 solo, 16 tackles for loss for 69 yards, 8.5 quarterback sacks for a loss of 42 yards, and 1 forced fumble. In 2014, he was a USA College Football Division III All-American Honorable Mention. Also 2014, he was the Middle Atlantic Conference All-Conference Honorable Mention. He attended Northwestern High School in Hyattsville, Maryland. He is a political science major. And with the third pick from the ASI Panthers, Jamal Hayden, defensive end, Albright College of Pennsylvania. Next on the clock are the Kentucky Knights. With the fourth pick of the 2016 draft, the Kentucky Knights choose Gerard Harrington, wide receiver, Campbellsville University of Kentucky. Gerard Harrington, wide receiver, return specialist from Campbellsville University in Kentucky. Gerard is originally from Parksville, Kentucky. He's 5'6", 154 pounds. He is a 2015 USA College Football NAIA Division All-American. He was All-Conference in 2015. He attended Boyle County High School in Danville, Kentucky, where he led the Rebels to 2-time Class 4A state championship and a 30-0 record in those 2 seasons. Wide receiver from Campbellsville University, Gerard Harrington. On the clock now, your Cape Fear Heroes. With the 5th and final pick of the first round of this year's draft, the Cape Fear Heroes choose from North Carolina Wesleyan University, quarterback Dustin Midget. Dustin is from North Carolina Wesleyan University. He is originally from Currituck, North Carolina. 6'2", 205 pounds. In 2015, he completed 157 of 275 passes for over 2,700 yards and 27 TDs. He's a 2015 USA College Football Division III All-American. Now on the clock, the Western PA. With the first pick of the second round, Western PA is now on the clock. For his career, he played in 29 games, completing 277 of 505 passes, 55% completion percentage for almost 4,500 yards. Comes to an average of 155 yards per game, 52 touchdowns, and 23 interceptions. Dustin Midget, 6'3", 205, chosen by your Cape Fear Heroes. Now on the clock, Western Pennsylvania with the first pick of the second round. With the first pick of the second round, Western Pennsylvania chooses from Shippensburg University, wide receiver Sheldon Mayer. Sheldon Mayer, wide receiver from Shippensburg University. 5'5", 167 pounds. Sheldon was a 2015 USA College Football Division II All-American. He was a 2015 PSAC First Team Selection. He was a 2015 USA College Football D2 Preseason All-American. Originally from Norristown, Pennsylvania. As a junior, he was named All PSAC Eastern Division First Team and Don Hanson's Football Gazette All-Region Second Team after a dynamic year at wide receiver where he led the Red Raiders and ranked second in the PSAC with 1,099 yards, sixth most in Shippensburg University history. Now on the clock, ASI Panthers. With the second pick of the second round, the ASI Panthers choose Ronell Williams, linebacker, Westchester University of Pennsylvania. With the second pick of the second round, the ASI Panthers choose Ronell Williams, linebacker, Westchester University. Now on the clock, the Kentucky Knights. With the third pick of the second round, the Kentucky Knights choose Dren Johnson, defensive back, Cumberland University of Tennessee. The Kentucky Knights choose Dren Johnson, defensive back, Cumberland University of Tennessee. Now on the clock, the Cape Fear Heroes. With the second pick of the fourth pick of the second round, the Cape Fear Heroes choose from Carson Newman, quarterback, running back, DeAndre Thomas. The Cape Fear Heroes choose DeAndre Thomas. DeAndre went to Carson Newman University. He's originally from Milledgeville, Georgia. He's a 2015 USA College Football Division II All-American. He's a 2015 South Atlantic Conference First Team. Completed 110 passes out of 185 attempts for 1,700 yards and 6 touchdowns. Additionally, he rushed 196 times for over 1,400 yards, scoring 18 touchdowns. The Cape Fear Heroes have selected DeAndre Thomas. Now on the clock, the Buffalo Lightning. With the fifth and final pick of the second round of the Supreme Indoor Football Draft, the Buffalo Lightning choose from Alfred State University, quarterback Ben Wilkerson. Now on the clock, the ASI Panthers with the first pick of the third round. Ben Wilkerson from Alfred State completed 114 passes in 2015 for 1,200 yards and 9 touchdowns. He was a USA College Football Division III All-American. He was a USCAA second team selection. Originally from Buffalo, New York. The Buffalo Lightning have selected Ben Wilkerson. Now on the clock, the ASI Panthers. With the first pick of the third round, ASI has selected from Kutztown University, defensive end Tyrone Brown. With the first pick of the third round, ASI has selected Tyrone Brown, defensive end, Kutztown University. At 272 pounds, he is a 2015 college football Division II All-American, 2015 PSAC All-First Team. Tyrone Brown. Now on the clock, the Kentucky Knights. Tyrone Brown, 6 foot, 270 pounds, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, majoring in social work. He went to Roman Catholic High School in Pennsylvania. He was the Don Hanson Gazette All-Region Second Team and All PSAC East First Team. Tyrone Brown. On the clock, the Kentucky Knights. With the second pick of the third round, the Kentucky Knights choose from Kentucky Christian University, wide receiver DeAndre Riddick. DeAndre Riddick, wide receiver, Kentucky Christian University. Now on the clock, the Cape Fear Heroes. With the third pick of the third round, the Cape Fear Heroes have chosen Martin Braswell. Excuse me, no, my mistake. Alstevis Squirewell. Alstevis Squirewell. Defensive end, Newberry College. Alstevis Squirewell, defensive end, fullback from Great Falls, South Carolina. Weighs in at 276 pounds. 2015 Pierce Holt Defensive II Lineman of the Year recipient. USA College Football Division II All-American. Now on the clock, the Buffalo Lightning. League play will begin in March. You can see the Cape Fear Heroes season opener on Backlight TV. Be sure to check the Heroes website for more information about that upcoming game, which will be on Saturday, March 26th, to kick off the inaugural season for the Supreme Indoor Football League. It will be broadcast from the Crown Coliseum in Fayetteville, North Carolina. You can catch all the exciting action on Backlight TV this season for the Supreme Indoor Football League. With their pick in the third round, the Buffalo Lightning have selected for Mayville State University offensive lineman Aaron Johnson. Aaron Johnson, 6'4", 313 pounds, 2015 USA College Football NAIA Division All-American. Now on the clock, Western PA. He played defensive lineman and offensive tackle at Mayville State University, originally from New London, Minnesota. He was a 2015 USA College Football NAIA Division preseason All-American. He was also a 2014 USA College Football FCS All-American. From Mayville State University, Aaron Johnson. Now on the clock, Western PA. This will be the last pick of the territorial draft. Going forward, there will be 7 rounds of open drafting for each team. The territorial draft, the player must have gone to college within 3 hours of the host city. With this last pick, we will move into open draft. With the final pick of the third round, Western PA chooses from Wesley College, Joe Callahan. Joe Callahan, Wesley College. Now on the clock, the Kentucky Knights. Joe Callahan, 6 foot, 213 pounds. He was a 2015 Gagliardi Trophy recipient. He was the Burwanger Division III Outstanding Offensive Player recipient. He was an American Football Coaches Association D3 All-American. And he was a 2015 ECAC South Division III Offensive Player of the Year. From Wesley College of Delaware, Joe Callahan. On the clock with the first pick of the 4th round are the Kentucky Knights. With the first pick of the 4th round, the Kentucky Knights choose from Delta State University, wide receiver Jarvis York. Jarvis York, wide receiver, Delta State University. Now on the clock, the Cape Fear Heroes. Jarvis was a 2015 USA College Football Division II All-American, originally from Broomfield, New Jersey. Hauled in 123 passes for 1,500 yards this season and 7 touchdowns. Wide receiver from Delta State University, Jarvis York. With the second pick of the 4th round, the Cape Fear Heroes have chosen from North Carolina Wesleyan University, lineman Martin Braswell. Martin Braswell, offensive lineman, North Carolina Wesleyan University, 5'9", 248. 2015 USA College Football Division III All-American. On the clock now, the Buffalo Lightning. He was a 2015 USA College Football Division III preseason All-American. Originally from Kinston, North Carolina. He was a 2014 USA College Football Honorable Mention All-American. He went to North Lenoir High School in Kinston. Played in the USA South Conference. 5'11", 255. Martin Braswell. Now on the clock, the Buffalo Lightning. With their pick in the 4th round, the Buffalo Lightning have chosen from Delta State University, wide receiver Justin Levy. Justin Levy, wide receiver, Delta State University. Now on the clock, Western PA. Justin was a 2015 USA College Football Division II All-American. He was a 2015 Gulf South Conference, All-Conference, second team. He hauled in 75 passes for over 1,100 yards and 14 TDs this year for Delta State. Originally from Greenville, Mississippi. Justin Levy, wide receiver, Delta State University. Now on the clock, Western Pennsylvania. With their selection, Western PA has chosen from Montana Tech, defensive end fullback, Jake Crawford. Jake Crawford, defensive end fullback from Montana Tech. Now on the clock, the ASI Panthers. Jake Crawford, 2015, had 42 tackles, including 13 solo hits, 8 tackles for loss, and 2.5 quarterback sacks, along with 1 forced fumble and 1 interception. He was a 2015 USA College Football NAIA All-American. He was a 2015 Frontier Conference second team selection. Originally from Tumwater, Washington. From Montana Tech, Jake Crawford. With their pick, the ASI Panthers have chosen from Keene University, Jonathan Schmidt. Jonathan Schmidt, Keene University, linebacker. On the clock now, the Kentucky Knights. Jonathan was a tight end at Keene University and a linebacker. hauled in 54 passes for 599 yards and 3 touchdowns this season. He was a 2015 USA College Football Division III All-American. He was a New Jersey Athletic Conference first team selection. He was also a preseason All-American selection for Division III. With their pick, ASI has selected Jonathan Schmidt, Keene University. Cape Fear Heroes are now on the clock with the first selection of the 5th round. With the first selection of the 5th round, the Cape Fear Heroes have chosen Ikonim, offensive lineman, Livingstone College. The Buffalo Lightning are now on the clock. Ikonim, a 6-foot, 275-pound lineman, 2015 USA College Football Division II All-American. He was a 2015 CIAA All-Selection. He was a 2015 USA College Football Division II preseason All-American, originally from Springdale, Maryland. The Carolina Panthers. The Cape Fear Heroes have selected Ikonim. The Buffalo Lightning are now on the clock. There he is. With their selection in the 5th round, the Buffalo Lightning have selected from Carson Newman, running back, Damian Baker, Carson Newman, Western Pennsylvania is now on the clock. Damian Baker is a 2015 USA College Football Division II All-American, 2015 South Atlantic Conference All-Conference. He was a JUCO All-American at New Mexico Community College. Originally from Columbus, Mississippi, running back from Carson Newman University, Damian Baker. Western Pennsylvania is on the clock. With their selection in the 5th round, Western Pennsylvania has selected from Montclair State, Billy Shimko, free safety, Montclair State University. Now on the clock, the ASI Panthers. Billy was a 2015 Rocky Myers Division III Player of the Year recipient. He was a 2015 College Football Division III All-American. He was a 2015 New Jersey Athletic Conference first team selection. He was a USA College Football D3 preseason All-American. Billy Shimko, free safety, Montclair University of New Jersey. Now on the clock, ASI Panthers. With their selection, ASI has selected from Keene University, offensive lineman, Dorsey Williams, offensive lineman, Keene University. Now on the clock, the Kentucky Knights. Dorsey was a 2015 College Football Division III All-American. He was a 2015 NJAC All First Team Selection. He was a 2015 Division III preseason All-American, originally from Bloomfield, New Jersey. Dorsey Williams, offensive lineman, Keene University. With their selection, the Kentucky Knights have chosen from Reinhardt University, linebacker, Nigel Curtis. Now on the clock, the Cape Fear Heroes. Nigel Curtis, linebacker, Reinhardt University. He also rushed for 178 times for almost 1,000 yards and 26 touchdowns. He was a 2015 USA College Football Division II All-American. Originally from Adairsville, Georgia, running back, Reinhardt University, Nigel Curtis. Okay. With the first pick of the 6th rounds, the Cape Fear Heroes have selected defensive end from Norfolk State University, Broderick Johnson. Broderick Johnson, defensive end, Norfolk State University. Now on the clock, the Buffalo Lightning. With their selection of the 6th round, the Buffalo Lightning have selected from Notre Dame College of Ohio, free safety Marlon Oden. Marlon Oden from Notre Dame College of Ohio. Now on the clock, Western Pennsylvania. Marlon Oden is 5'7", 192 pounds. In 2015, he had 61 tackles, 35 of those were solos, and 3 interceptions returned for 45 yards. He was a 2015 USA College Football Division II All-American. He was a 2014 Mountain East Conference All-Second Team. From Notre Dame College of Ohio, free safety Marlon Oden. Now on the clock, Western Pennsylvania. With their selection in the 6th round, Western Pennsylvania has chosen from the University of North Alabama, wide receiver Lee Mayhall. Lee Mayhall, wide receiver, University of North Alabama. Now on the clock, the ASI Panthers. 5'7", 178 is Lee Mayhall. 2015 USA College Football Division II All-American. 2015 Gulf South Conference All-First Team. He was also a preseason All-American, originally from Jackson, Tennessee. Wide receiver from the University of North Alabama, Lee Mayhall. ASI is now on the clock. With their selection, ASI has chosen from Bethany College of Kansas, offensive lineman Freddie Frazier. Freddie Frazier, offensive lineman, Bethany College. Now on the clock, the Kentucky Knights. Freddie Frazier, 6'4", 258 pounds. In 2015, he had 79 tackles, including 46 solo tackles, 2.5 quarterback sacks, blocked 3 kicks, and forced 2 fumbles. He was a 2015 USA College Football NAIA Division All-American. From Bethany College of Kansas, defensive lineman Freddie Frazier. With their selection, the Kentucky Knights have chosen from Walsh University, defensive back C.J. Chatham. C.J. Chapman, defensive back, Walsh University. The Kentucky Knights are now on the clock with the first pick of the 7th round. C.J. Chapman, 5'7", 170 pounds, had 50 tackles, including 32 solos and 4 interceptions in 2015. He was a 2015 GLIAC first-team selection and a USA College Football Division II All-American. Originally from Copley, Ohio, C.J. Chapman, defensive back, Walsh University. With the first pick of the 7th round will be the Kentucky Knights. With the first selection of the 7th round, the Kentucky Knights have chosen from Grambling State linebacker Troy Roach. Troy Roach, linebacker, Grambling State University. Now on the clock, the Cape Fear Heroes. In 2015, Troy had 50 tackles, including 8.5 tackles for loss, 7 quarterback sacks, and forced fumbles. He was a USA College Football FCS All-American, originally from Houston, Texas. Linebacker from Grambling State University, Troy Roach. With their selection, the Cape Fear Heroes have chosen From Savannah State University, from Norfolk State University, defensive end. Give us just a moment, please, folks. With their selection, the Cape Fear Heroes have chosen from Savannah State University defensive lineman William Broadbeat. William Broadbeat, defensive end, Savannah State University. The Buffalo Lightning are now on the clock. With their selection in the 7th round, the Buffalo Lightning have selected from Walsh, University of Ohio, defensive tackle Skylar Parks. Skylar Parks, defensive tackle, Walsh University. Now on the clock, Western Pennsylvania. Skylar Parks, 5'10", 292 pounds, defensive tackle. Had 78 tackles, including 41 unassisted tackles, 13.5 tackles for loss. He was a 2015 GLIAC first team selection and a 2015 USA College Football Division II All-American. Originally from the home of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Canton, Ohio, from Walsh University of Ohio, Skylar Parks. Western PA is on the clock. With their selection, Western PA has chosen from Grambling State University, Jamison Goins. Jamison Goins, defensive lineman, Grambling State University. Now on the clock, ASI Panthers. 6 foot, 298 pounds. He recorded 39 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 3 quarterback sacks, 3 blocked field goals, and 4 forced fumbles. He was a 2015 USA College Football FCS All-American. Originally from Gulfport, Mississippi, Jamison Goins, defensive lineman, Grambling State University. On the clock, the ASI Panthers. With their selection, the ASI Panthers have chosen from Wesleyan University of Connecticut, outside linebacker, Alex Diversa Russo. Alex Diversa Russo, linebacker, Wesleyan University of Connecticut. Now on the clock, the ASI Panthers with the first selection of the 8th round. Six foot, 194 pounds, a 2015 USA College Football Division III All-American. He was a USA College Football Division III preseason All-American. Originally from Niskayuna, New York, Alex Diversa Russo, outside linebacker, Wesleyan University of Connecticut. With the first selection of the 8th round, the ASI Panthers have chosen from Grambling State University, linebacker Troy Roach. Troy Roach, linebacker, Grambling State University. That will not be their selection. ASI chooses from Missouri Valley College, offensive lineman Michael Davis. Michael Davis, offensive lineman, Missouri Valley College. Now on the clock, the Kentucky Knights. Michael is a 6'1", 303-pound offensive lineman. He's a 2015 USA College Football NAIA All-American. 2015 Heart of America Conference All-Team Selection. Originally from South Coffeyville, Oklahoma. Offensive lineman from Missouri Valley College, Michael Davis. Okay. With their selection, the Kentucky Knights have chosen offensive lineman Adam Melson. Adam Melson, offensive lineman, Belhaven University. The Cape Fear Heroes are now on the clock. With their selection of the 8th round, the Cape Fear Heroes have chosen offensive lineman from, defensive lineman from Savannah State University, Justin Dixon. Justin Dixon, defensive lineman, Savannah State University. The Buffalo Lightning are now on the clock. With their selection in the 8th round, the Buffalo Lightning have chosen from Montana Tech, cornerback, Xavier Marsden. Xavier Marsden, defensive back, Montana Tech. Western PA is now on the clock. At 5'1", 174 pounds, Xavier Marsden was a USA College Football NAIA Division All-American in 2015. He had 23 tackles, including 14 unassisted, 1 interception. He was a USA College Football NAIA preseason All-American. Originally from La Mirada, California, from Montana Tech, quarterback, Xavier Marsden. Now on the clock, Western Pennsylvania. With the final selection of the 8th round, Western Pennsylvania has selected from the University of Texas San Antonio, wide receiver Brandon Freeman. Brandon Freeman, the University of Texas at San Antonio. Now on the clock, Western Pennsylvania. Originally from Cameron, Texas, Brandon Freeman is 5'1" and 171 pounds. He's originally from Cameron, Texas. Wide receiver from the University of Texas, San Antonio, Brandon Freeman. And that completes 8 rounds. 2 rounds remaining in the open draft.
Yes. Yes.
With the first selection of the 9th round, Western PA has chosen from Culver Stockton College of Iowa, linebacker Jeffrey Treadway. Jeff Treadway, linebacker, Culver Stockton College. Now on the clock, the ASI Panthers. At 6'1", 235-pound linebacker. He's a 2015 USA College Football NAIA Division All-American. He's a 2015 Heart of America Conference second team selection. Originally from Columbia, Missouri, Jeff Treadway, linebacker, Culver Stockton College. ASI is now on the clock. ASI has chosen with their selection in the 9th round from Minnesota State, Mankato, offensive lineman, Herschel Prater. Herschel Prater, offensive lineman, Minnesota State, Mankato. Now on the clock, the Kentucky Knights. At 6'4", 321 pounds, he is an NSIC South Division first team. He's a USA College Football Division II All-American. Originally from Ferguson, Missouri. From Minnesota State, Mankato, tackle Herschel Prater. Now on the clock, the Kentucky Knights. I got all that. With their selection of the 9th round, the Kentucky Knights have chosen from McMurray, State of Texas, offensive lineman Derek Baldischweiler. Derek Baldischweiler, offensive lineman, McMurray University of Texas, Derek Baldischweiler. Now on the clock, the Cape Fear Heroes, Derek Baldischweiler, 6'3", 282 pounds. He was a USA College Football Division III All-American. 2015 NCCAA First Team Selection. He was a 2014 American Southwest Conference Academic All-American. From Burleson, Texas, offensive lineman out of McMurray University, Texas, Derek Baldischweiler. Now on the clock, the Cape Fear Heroes. With their selection of the 9th round, the Cape Fear Heroes have chosen from Bluefield College, running back Adrian Pope. Adrian Pope, running back, Bluefield College of Virginia. Now on the clock, the Buffalo Lightning. 5'7", 164 pounds. Adrian Pope was a Mid-South Conference second team selection in 2015. He was a 2015 USA College Football NAIA All-American. He rushed for 103 times for 701 yards and 5 touchdowns in 2014. Originally from Hampton, Virginia, from Bluefield College of Virginia, running back Adrian Pope. Now on the clock, with the last selection of the 9th round, the Buffalo Lightning. I got all that. With the final selection of the 9th round, the Buffalo Lightning select from Missouri Valley College, Michael Davis, offensive lineman. Michael Davis, offensive lineman from Missouri Valley College. On the clock, the Buffalo Lightning for the 10th and final round of the Supreme Indoor Football 2016 Draft. He's already been picked.
I need 2 names. That last one was picked.
Michael Davis has already been selected. Buffalo will be choosing again. With their selection of the 9th round, the Buffalo Lightning select from West Liberty University of West Virginia, tight end, Dari Goodwill, tight end, West Liberty University of West Virginia. With the first pick of the 10th round, the Buffalo Lightning choose from Northwestern College of Iowa, defensive back, Justin Wohlert. Justin Wohlert, cornerback, Northwestern College of Iowa. Now on the clock, Western PA. Justin was 5'8", 177 pounds. USA College Football NAIA Division All-American. He is a 2015 Sporting News preseason All-American and the USA College Football NAIA preseason All-American. Originally from Hartley, Iowa. Cornerback from Northwestern College of Iowa, Justin Wohlert. With their final selection of the SIF draft, Western PA has selected offensive lineman from Kentucky Christian University, Cameron Lee. Cameron Lee from Kentucky Christian University, offensive lineman. Now on the clock, the ASI Panthers. Cameron Lee, Kentucky Christian University. With their final selection of the 2016 draft, the ASI Panthers have chosen from the University of Redlands, quarterback Kevin Russell. Kevin Russell, quarterback, the University of Redlands, California. Now on the clock, the Kentucky Knights. Kevin from Lacey, Washington, 5'7", 189 pounds. He's a 2015 Jim Bauer Division III Quarterback of the Year recipient. He's a USA College Football Division III First Team All-American. He was a 2014 Division III All-American Honorable Mention. From Lacey, Washington, quarterback Kevin Russell. The Kentucky Knights are now on the clock. With their final selection of the SIF draft, the Kentucky Knights have chosen from Minnesota State, Mankato, defensive tackle Caleb Wendricks. Caleb Wendricks, defensive tackle, Minnesota State, Mankato. Now on the clock, the Cape Fear Heroes. 6 foot, 246 pound Caleb Wendricks had 32 tackles, including 15 solo tackles, 8 tackles for loss, and 1 blocked kick. He was a USA College Football Division II All-American. Originally from Suamico, Wisconsin, defensive tackle from Minnesota State, Mankato, Caleb Wendricks. With the final pick of the 2016 draft, the Cape Fear Heroes have selected from South Carolina State University, wide receiver Austin Smith. Austin Smith, wide receiver, South Carolina State University. And now we'll have a word from Supreme Indoor Football owner Barbara Spigner.
I want to thank all of the draftees that have been selected today for the SIF Draft 2016. Thank you all so much for participating, and I thank my coach, Coach Gunnings, for allowing me to pick our quarterback. So you all, good luck to everyone, and thank you so much for participating in the 2016 SIF Draft.
Thank you, Ms. Spigner. Again, folks, stay tuned for exciting Supreme Indoor Football action coming your way to an arena near you. We look forward to seeing you around the arena.